Hello, my name is Sanaa Jefferson, and I'm a student in the Biotechnology Academy at McKinley Technology High School. And today I will be presenting my topic, racism in medicine. My research question is: how does racial discrimination from healthcare providers negatively impact African Americans? I selected this topic because I consider myself an activist, and racism is very important to me. An African American woman's cells were taken from her without her consent. Many African Americans died as a result of the Tuskegee study. African American women are suffering from childbirth complications. This is significant because African American lives are at stake. What is racism? Police brutality against Black Americans is a prime example of racism. The objectification of Black women and girls and the racial prison disparity are just a few examples of how racism works in America. Although all women have faced objectification, racism is deeply rooted in the objectification of African American women and girls. Demeaning historical imagery of African American women during times of slavery and segregation affected the perception people have of these women greatly. Racism in communities. The racial pay gap and suspension disparity, natural hair discrimination, and colorism are key factors of how racism plays in different communities. Colorism is a term used to describe when lighter skin tones are favored over darker skin tones. Colorism continues to divide the Black community and can even determine how a person is treated in their own family. This can cause self hatred and projection and even skin bleaching. Racism in medicine. Finally, a survey concluded that African Americans have faced racial discrimination from medical professionals. Henrietta Lacks cells were stolen and used for science. Henrietta Lacks had developed cervical cancer and went in for a checkup, where her cells were then taken and used for the benefit of science. The mortality rates of pregnant African American women is the highest among all women because their health concerns are being ignored. The Tuskegee study resulted in the death of many Black men and even affected their families mentally and physically as well. Black men were promised free medical care if they participated in this study. Without knowing what they were being treated for, many of these men died because they were in fact not being treated at all. My works cited are in the bottom right corner, and I would like to thank my teacher, Dr. Schuster, my mentor, Sam, and lastly, myself.